Hey lovers, hey lovers. Welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria. We celebrate all things divine and sacred, union, sacred love, all that kind of stuff. We don't make any excuses for it or justify any karmic twin flame behaviors or situations. We make sure that we are first rooted in self-love because that's the only way that we can show up authentically to the rest of the world. And that's the only way that you can attract in that divine union that we all so long for. You know, us humans are social creatures. We like a good balance of masculine and feminine. Even if you are of the homosexual persuasion, there still has to be a balance of the masculine and feminine. So we start by balancing it within us. Now, before I turned on the camera, I was like mid in the song of, whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where them fans at? It's something new. The start of something new is what's on your mind, whether you're going to a new place, moving to a new place, moving in with somebody, um, traveling, vacation, a spot that you've never been before. What's on your mind right now is getting your feet or your boots on the ground, on new ground. I've been up and I've been down till you help me put my feet on solid ground. And that halo, baby, that halo is there. Something about DDG and Ariel, Haley, that girl, you know who I'm talking about. Something about them may be relevant. They're coming together to drop the domestic, whatever. Maybe that situation stepping into new ground could be relevant to you. Maybe you were just talking about them with someone, or the person that you were talking to about the situation could be relevant. I don't feel like a celebrity situation would be, helpful in this matter of you putting your feet on solid ground or going to new ground. But it could be something that has to do with that situation. Maybe you were talking to someone about it, or your perspective on stuff like that. Domestic violence. Maybe somebody dropped charges. Somebody you might have had a domestic violence situation with in the past. Maybe y'all on new ground and both have done the healing. I don't judge. Some people just, had to do their healing. And when you find yourself on new ground, then that's what it is, because that renewal energy is here. So this could indicate like some past life situation or connection, relationship coming back around. If there are children involved, then that could be what it is. Like maybe y'all doing it for the children. Don't do it for the kids, do it for me. I just hope that there are good reasoning or good yeah, I just hope it's good energy and good reasoning behind it, not just doing it because you don't want to have another body under your belt or something like that, or you don't want to add to the count, or because you don't want to have different baby daddies. I would hope that that's not what it is. But the energy of renewal is here, and it's red, which is the root chakra. So it's something about like from the top to the bottom, bottom to the top, from the rooter to the tutor, there has been some renewed energy. If it's just you, then you've had a renewal of mind and heart. You're probably looking at new people, dating in a different tax bracket, looking to relocate so that you can be just around a whole different, completely different set of people. Or, if you are already in connection with someone, then you both are approaching it with like a renewed mind and heart, and, building something new that's totally different with a whole different vibe than the connection used to have. I'm also getting the energy of somebody taking what was a situationship and y'all finally locking in. So it's like a renewed energy of like commitment around something that was formerly just like, a situationship, or maybe y'all were just talking at first and you're finally like, again, y'all could be moving in together. Like Megan Clay Thompson. That's my birthday twin. We was born on the exact same day, like same age and everything. February 8th babies. But yeah, renewal. It's good energy. It's good energy. It feels peaceful. There were seasons. You've been through seasons. So if it is somebody that you're in a connection with, y'all have been through seasons. You've seen this person at their worst. You've seen them at their heights. So I do feel like if there is a reconnection, or if y'all coming together, or if y'all just meeting each other on common ground for the first time, and it could be like the DDG and Hallie situation where y'all not together, but for the first time y'all just seeing eye to eye. Maybe co-parenting could be here. but it looks like it's good energy. It's like it's going to go up from there. Whatever this new ground is going to go up from there. In the third eye chakra position, you have strength, a major arcana card. So what it is that you're visualizing at this time has very strong energy. And also paired with that halo and that sunshine, right over her head, is like sainthood. When you see like pictures of like Black Madonna, the Virgin Mary, stuff like that, or patron saints or whatever, in like old art history, like portraits and paintings and stuff, they have that halo or that aura, that what is it, that corona. That's what it is. They have that corona about them. So something about the sun, it could be Leo energy coming forward. Somebody could be a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, whatever. Or you have fifth house placements, or someone is in their north node. You're pulling on old experiences, but you're viewing them through the light of wisdom. So it's like even things that you would have done in the past in relationships, you're no longer doing them, but you don't have any grudges. You don't hold any resentment about things that were in the past because they helped you to establish yourself on the solid ground that you're in. It's just a whole total renewal. Come on, ride that train and ride it. Somebody may be working out more, like moving your feet literally more, or getting like your 10,000 steps in every day, jump roping, just a lot more activity that could be drawing in a lot more attention for you too, helping you to attract a different type of person when you have certain body changes. I don't want to say sudden, because this feels like work was done. I'm looking at that like helix right here in the heart area. Put it up close. It's like that little helix in the middle. So work was done. I don't feel like none of this was like an easy solution. Also the difference in the seasons back there, from like the fall here and the spring over here. So there was a lot of work that was done. This could also be about like it's cuffing season. So somebody that you were talking to in the spring is doubling back around, for the fall, and y'all spend this time together. Or who you talking to right now, by the springtime, it could be just like on a whole new level of like commitment. But something about the times there. Also like a song and a dance, a taming. Somebody may have been a little player from the Himalayas. It is what it is, but you have a strong mind, so you weren't afraid of it. Again, that energy of like somebody that you used to deal with in the past, and then it coming back around. Like maybe somebody, went and played the field and ran the streets for the summertime, and it's like, out of all this time I was out there in the streets, I didn't find nothing I really wanted. I don't feel like it's like a settle down energy with this strength card. Neither of you would be in settling energy, but you just know what you want because you give each other the space to go and get what it is that you need, or go and do what it is that you feel like you need to do to feel comfortable with your decisions. It's something about somebody has had the space and opportunity to do whatever they really needed to do. Any sowing of wild oats. I don't mean dropping a whole bunch of babies all over town and then want to go marry somebody else. I don't mean that. But like, just getting out all the things that you want to do, going all the places you want to travel, flying or relocating to different cities for jobs and stuff. I'm getting like Love Jones, where you let somebody go do what it is that they want to do. They say if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, that's how you know. You have that comeback energy with the renewal. We have a Mercury retrograde coming up. We're in the pre-shadow phase. So you could be revisiting something again with that root energy. If there's anything that you hadn't taken care of, if there's still any feelings that you didn't like tie up loose ends on, those things could be coming back to revisit you at this time, especially if it's somebody that you could strongly see a future with. Like I always talk about like twin flames versus soulmates. Soulmates don't have that trauma involved. So if y'all part ways, it's not because, oh, he beat me or nothing like that, or, did something tragic to me, or, sleeping with my cousin, something like that. It could be like, the job called you away. I was on assignment somewhere. We couldn't be together. Somebody's schedule was just, or their plate was just too full at the time. Somebody knew that they, was in the middle of a court case and didn't want to make no commitments at the time because they had some years in prison looming over their head. It could be a host of different things that would cause people to just like, separate and part ways, but the connection would still be strong there. Because so it is somebody that you can still see a future with. It's somebody that you could see yourself being happy with. And there's like a lot of It could be like a telepathic connection. Like you could feel like sometimes you just, I don't know, sense this person's presence around you, or you spend a lot of time reminiscing about them. You have a lot of memories with that person. So they could be like occupying a lot of your mental space at this time. That's deep. That's what's up. Something about spending time by the water, or you telling them that you wanted to go do something by the water, like maybe go fishing or like get on a boat or something, or I don't know, something about water. Or y'all talking about swimming. Yeah, because that Son of Knives here is like somebody underwater. I'm getting like a Survivor episode. Maybe somebody said something about they want to get on Survivor. They want to do Survivor. Or somebody knows that about you, that you're the type of person who's adventurous and you would like to be on Survivor one day. That Leo energy is coming back out, which is often associated with strength. 10 of Baskets in the throat chakra position. Again, that telepathy could be there, or you just having heavy memories of a person and it makes you feel good to think about them. Also, when you talk to this person, it's just like everything just flows. There is no awkwardness with this person. It's a really good connection. Y'all understand each other. Y'all have a lot to talk about. Give me things to think about. Invite me. You ignite me. Co-write me. You love me. You like me. Inside me to chorus. Chorus, the refrain. In renewal, I'm getting that refrain in renewal. The refrain of a song is like the chorus of a song, but the refrain is like you go back to that after the verses. Like renewal, you going back to something. The verses. Somebody be like on Instagram a lot, or you showed somebody your Instagram pictures and maybe they found your Instagram account, or after a time that y'all spent apart, somebody just happened upon your social media, something got shown to them. Maybe you showed up on their FYP page. They just remembered you. They had spent time looking for you but couldn't find you, but then finally found you. Somebody had been searching, trying to find you on social media or something like that, and they were finally able to come across something about Google image search, or they found a picture of you that they didn't remember that they had and used Google images. These are just things that are channeling through me right now. I do more than just read cards. I feel a lot about remembrance though. Like somebody is like really remembering you and thinking about you fondly. This could be somebody who is like always busy and always has a lot to do, or always got something going on that keeps their time and their attention, their focus away from like love matters. I don't even think that they would be like a super none of these cards say that somebody is like super romantic, but the connection is just, it works. It feels so grown. It feels so mature. Like this is not like, oh, I just love him so much, but you reminisce on this person a lot because you like, damn, things were so peaceful when this person was around, or I felt so able, I felt capable. Like I could just go out in the world and make anything happen when I was around this person. Or like when I would come home to this person, or if we would go out together, even if y'all wasn't living together, everything just always felt safe. Seguro. Like you just feel safe. Like this person, if it's like a man, he may be someone who like be one of those men who like walk the perimeter and stuff, like be outside looking in the neighborhood, and they can tell you what's happening 2, 3, 4 doors down, and they like aware of what's going on in the neighborhood. Or it could be a nosy woman. Some of the women be like, the neighbors over there was fighting this morning, looking out the window and stuff like that. But somebody keeps like tabs on what be going on in the neighborhood. Oh, neighborhood watch ass. That type of energy is there, but it's like mature. Like these people know that they could like settle. I don't mean like settle for a person, but they know that they could, if they never went out with another person again, they know that they would still feel content with the life that they build with this person. The 10 of Baskets, they know that they could have like a solid family unit with this person, and it's feeling like that's enough. You know how sometimes, and that's that energy that I was talking about earlier, like somebody needed to sow their wild oats, or they needed to just see what else was out there. It's like both parties are like, yeah, we don't want what's out here. We want to just take this good thing that we got and we want to go ahead and cash in. Somebody don't want to crap out, so somebody may be used to like gambling or something, because these people around the table also remind me of like playing spades or some type of card game where you bet money. So somebody may be into gambling, but they're at that stage of their life where they don't want to take any more gambles on, you know, spending another 2-3 years looking for somebody that they can level with when they already have you right there. In the heart position is the Son of Knives. Somebody's ready to take the dive. I'm about to dive in. That new ground is somebody is about to do something they've never done before, like they're about to dive all the way in. Time on my hands since you went away, boy, that I'm going down. It's something about like two people who knew each other or spent some time together, and then for whatever reason you had to split, you had to part ways. Since you went away, boy, I ain't got no plans. When you meet somebody and you really are in like a sacred like union with that person, and then y'all part ways, shit will start slowing down. Opportunities will start going away, because it was the connection of the energy. It activates something, and then when you part ways, you know, shit'll start slowing down because the energy is not as potent. But we have that renewal energy here, so somebody trying to get back on the good foot. I got my boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Somebody could be in your city, unexpected. They could be landing sometime soon. Because I'm getting with the renewal, I'm getting round trip. Like they could be in your city for however many times for whatever reason, but they have plans to go back where they came from. But shoot, they might scoop you. Your ticket might be a one-way. In the solar plexus position, we have the death card. And with renewals, that's rebirths. Because that's all death is. Death in one state is a birth in another state. So you're just being reborn. You're transitioning into something new. Skeletons. They may have took a trip to your town, or got on a flight to your town, or came into town where you are around Halloween, or on Halloween, which was just this past weekend, this past Friday. You may not even know that they're in your town right now. You might have no clue that they're in your vicinity. Maybe you ain't seen them yet. But I was just talking about how sometimes you could feel a person's presence. That could be it. They could really be in your city and you wouldn't even know. But that telepathy, it'd be telling you something. Something ancestral is surrounding this. This deck is already the Black Tarot, so it already kind of have a deeper connection with it than like other tarot decks, but I really feel it when something ancestral jumps out. And with this, that, you know, the skeleton or whatever, something ancestral is like somebody from the other side could be leading someone to you. That's that divine intervention, when the spirit realm, when transitioned awakened souls like put their hands and orchestrate what's going on around you to make something happen. Because this skeleton has his hand on this little girl. And I'm getting like this energy of somebody being so deserving. And because of that renewal energy, is like somebody who understands the depth down determines the height up. So it's something about, I'm feeling it's the feminine with this, but it could be the masculine. But just because it's a spiritual, and I'm getting like an ancestral, like afterlife kind of, you know, sensation here, especially with this being the solar plexus, which is intuition, which is the feminine's domain, really the feminine stomping grounds. It's like you have that again. The depth down determines the height up. You have like a soft heart, especially with that Son of Knives here, and as I'm going down, it's like you have a soft heart, but that maturity is still there. But you understand that, you know, people ain't perfect, and that everything don't always happen when you want it to happen. I feel like that's what draws another person to you, because you don't like throw temper tantrums. It's like you have that curiosity, that Leo energy, that adventurous spirit, survivor. Something about the show Survivor, or you like the song Destiny's Child, I'm a survivor. Whitney Houston, Whitney and Bobby is coming through. That kind of love, where it's like it's that fire, it's that passion, it's that adventure, but not none of the other stuff. It could be. It could be at some point y'all was toxic. But if you've done the real work, then good on both of y'all. Because I don't feel like with that renewal, I really do feel like this is a blessed connection. And even if things did used to be toxic, or y'all knew each other when you were young and toxic, it's like it's been a lot of maturity, a lot of maturation. A rebirth has happened since then. And you really can't hold nobody's past against them unless you want them to hold your past against you. And don't nobody really want that. So a lot of forgiveness is here. It's like a youthful spirit, a youthful heart. I get a lot of maturity from this, but there's also like that youthful demeanor where, kids can be rolling around in the dirt, like on Love and Basketball. One minute they kissing, the next minute she on his head, and then end up best friends. Kids don't really hold grudges like that. So it's something about somebody not holding a grudge. And the fact that you keep that light spirit about you is like why the person is so attracted to you, why they would want to settle down with you. And that's one of the reasons they know they could build a solid family unit, because you're not somebody who's going to be petty, walking around the house slamming doors and giving a silent treatment. Like you would rather just sit and have a discussion at the table and like level with the person, that common ground. That thing is here. It's really good communication, really, really good communication. But that death energy is like there's some type of divine intervention at play here. Like somebody in your city and you don't know it yet, and you messing around and run into them, something like that. You out shopping and you see somebody, because I'm looking here at the Ten of Wands and the sacral chakra position. The sacral chakra is like when you are creating something. It does have to do with like sexual organs and stuff, but the Ten of Wands is carrying a lot of bags. So like you could be out making groceries, as they say. You out making groceries and you run into somebody. You be like, why are you here? How are you here? It's gonna feel crazy. It's gonna feel a little spooky. Like how did you even get here? What you doing here? I'm also getting the energy like if you are a younger person and you're moving into a new area of your life, like let's say you're going off to college or whatever, or you've gone off to college since we in November. You in a whole nother city, in a whole nother state. You went out of state for college, and you at the grocery store one day and you see somebody from your hometown. It happened to me. I'm like, what you doing here? Like, I know the world is a small place, but if you know, if you just out somewhere in the world and you minding your own business, you done moved away, you states away from home. Let's say you out in Cali somewhere and you from fucking North Carolina, and you see somebody from your high school out in Cali. It feel a little bit Twilight Zone-ish, because you done got so used to seeing these unfamiliar faces and new stuff, and then bam, somebody that you know from way back is suddenly in your face, and you like, okay, I am still somewhere out of state. Like for a split second, you're like, like that meme where Mr. Krabs in the room. Like it be like that sometimes. So I feel like when I say divine intervention is at play, like you could be out just really taking care of errands, or just, really focused on building up something that you want for yourself, or handling business, or whatever the case may be, and you run into somebody that you knew, somebody that you used to know. If there was a cutoff, let's say y'all didn't really end on the best of terms, like I said, it feels like it's this energy of you understand the depth down determines the height up. So like even over the time that you haven't been speaking to this person, you've had a lot of time to think over like discussions y'all had and things that went down. I don't feel like you romanticize anything, because that's a danger too. Sometimes you can just remember things better than they actually happened, just because you want so bad to be like, your mind will trick you into thinking that you're in this, connection that really ain't there. But again, because of the maturity of what I'm seeing here, and also at the root of the chakra, at the root chakra position is the Nine of Baskets. It's like real fulfillment, like something that's actually gonna fulfill you, something that it brings you all the things that you need. It's like none of your non-negotiables are being tampered with. If there was some type of hiccup in the relationship, or maybe y'all didn't end on the best of terms, or y'all just like in Love Jones, you don't end on the best of terms, but the love still be there. And maybe when y'all ended, it wasn't any love there. It was just like a mutual respect. That's what I'm getting, especially with that renewal and that reframe that came up. Respect. It's like regardless of what happened, it's like you both have a certain respect for one another. And that's really what strong relationships are built on. That's the type of thing that marriages that actually last for decades and lifetimes is built on respect. Because just because you feel away, whenever you get mad, it ain't like you just going low, trying to say something that's going to pierce that person's heart in the Son of Knives positions. That could be what somebody is used to. Or if you were somebody who used to do that, maybe y'all both used to do that, say mean things and hit below the belt. It could be some counseling that took place with the 10 of baskets, like some real connecting and doing the work to bring about this renewal where now you're both on solid ground together and there's a renewal of the relationship. That take a lot of forgiveness to actually have been in some toxic situation and then actually did the work and addressed the way that y'all would speak to each other and the things that you would say to try to get under one another's skin. It take a lot to address that. So kudos to y'all if that's for you. But for the others who are like the other batch, I guess, of this reading, who you spent time with someone, there was a mutual attraction there. Y'all may have got so far like talking, or even if y'all were intimate, like there was a good connection, a good firm base or a solid base where y'all could connect and level with one another. But things got in the way, life got in the way, responsibilities, another one of those words, respect. That's the biggest thing though. It's like both of you see how much the other one works, or you see how the other one takes care of business, and there's just a mutual respect about that. That's a lingering energy that's been over here, like that kind of respect for somebody who's been places and seen things. That energy keep coming out, but this is just a new energy here with the renewal, and I was glad to see some new energy. So with that lingering energy, and then I was feeling like this just excitement about seeing something new, moving to a new place, seeing a new thing, this renewal of spirit, renewal of your roots, of your foundation. It's like that energy that you felt when you were with this person, like just feeling you can do anything. It's like maybe in the time apart, you started to feel that way without that person's presence. You learned to feel it without that person. So now you just kind of have fond memories of kind of maybe that person being the catalyst, or maybe them being something so new. It could be something about them, like skin tone, skin color, where they from, how they talk, what they do, age range. It could be anything about this person that's different. Body type. It could be something about this person that is different from what your usual was. But the positive effects of that connection with that person were lasting. So now it's kind of like you may find yourself having a new type based on the template of this person that is, coming forth now. Like, even let's say if it's not possible, because I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like everybody got somebody waiting in the wings to get back with you. Let's just say it's not possible, because it is, I rarely take this card literally, but if somebody lights had to go out, or somebody got, I gave the prison example, somebody got sent up, or somebody ended up in another relationship and they're just no longer available. It could just be like, this skeleton here, basically the structure that you enjoyed in that connection, that could now be your template that you're using to date now, so your standards are higher. That could very well be it. You could still be thugging it out here and doing your thing and just making your way, but because you're certain of what it is that you want now, because you've identified, okay, that's what I want. Because a lot of times we be like, well, I don't want no man who didn't, or I don't want no female that da. But the universe, all they hearing is you keep talking about what you don't want. If you don't want it, stop talking about it. Stop giving any attention and focus to it, because then that's what's gonna renew. If you want to just focus on being happy, then focus on that feeling that they gave you. And I'm giving that somebody may actually just be kind of, you have a tester now. You have a standard by which you measure how you feel around a man. Is this man going to show up when he said he was going to show up? Or is he 20 minutes late? Is this woman going to do what she said she was going to do? Or at the last minute, did she come up with some type of excuse and never hold herself accountable? Like, those type of things are now at the top of mind when you think about getting into a new connection. So the root of your thinking, like the bare minimum standards that you will accept in a connection, are changed. They're different. So that could lead to you dating in a new tax bracket, or you dating people of a certain age range only now, or only certain people who have certain type of jobs. Maybe before you only went for entrepreneurs and shit like that, and then you found out how unstable that they can be. So you decide, I'm finna get me a tradesman. You know, I like how comfortable I was when I was with this man who was a plumber. I liked how regular his hours were. I like how he, kept it coming. I like being around this man who's a truck driver. He wasn't away from me. Sometimes he had to go for long times, but you know, I knew we talk on the phone every day, even when he got in that rig. It's just something about a person that maybe you hadn't dated before, or a type that you hadn't dated before. You were into the white collar guys who maybe a little smug. Now you want a good blue collar man, city worker, something like that, who treats you well. It's like a renewal of what it is that you want. And again, it all starts with knowing who you are within. It's like you got a chance to experience all the things that you wanted to experience. So now your standards are not just, some type of young, naive, you saying, oh, well, I only like this type of man. We be in our teens and early 20s talking about, I only want a man like such and such, fucking around, looking stupid, putting our foot in our mouth like B. Simone. And then you get into your 30s, your 40s and 50s and up and shit like that. And you like, none of that don't even matter. It's like you have solid, mature standards now. You're seasoned. You've been through the seasons. You know what you do like. You know what makes you more productive. You know what type of energy makes you want to hop out of bed in the morning and actually go get something done. And whoever this person is like they were a catalyst for this. It's like when you finally found something, everything locked into place, and you're like, this is the feeling that I want. So even if this person can't literally be the one who comes back and y'all pick up where you left off, you still have that like template. You have a model of what it is that you want. And with that model, you can kind of compare it up against when other people that you date come into your life. Now it's not like you don't have to enter the connection, having to basically build a person up. And you definitely don't go to telling people, because with this connection, it feels like it was natural. It's like y'all settled into it natural, like a song and dance. The connection was just there. So you don't be out here telling people, well, I like this type of man, did, just so that they can go and mold themselves into that and show you a representative. Again, that maturity is here. It's a very refined energy. It's like you stand on a refined floor now. Got your tiptoeing on my marble floors. Somebody messing with a league of people that they've never talked to before. I don't know if you're finna be dating celebrities or dating like politicians, or I don't know, is the mayors, city council, police chiefs, I don't know. Dating somebody that you've never, like a caliber, I guess, of a person that you've never dated before. Somebody who be having like nonprofit galas and stuff to attend. I'm getting, or like somebody who has to do like press days and stuff like that. Like they may have some media attention. I'm seeing like the Great Gatsby, like the well-to-do. People be tradesmen and making a lot of money. A lot of tradesmen make more money than people with college degrees. So, you know, but whatever it is like whatever energy you're in now, in the state of like dating or romance and stuff like that, it's new and it's mature, it's refined, it's tailored to what you know is actually going to work for you. It's not childish like that white shit that be popping up on your lip after you've been talking too long and haven't renewed your lip gloss. It's not childish, it's more mature. It's like matte lipstick versus lip gloss. That could be something new to somebody. I'm seeing pencil skirts. Maybe you're going into a new work location, so your wardrobe is having to change, and that could be attracting a different caliber of man. I'm seeing like looking out the windows and seeing other like tall buildings and stuff. So somebody could be like living or working directly in the city now, versus coming from somewhere that was more either suburban or rural. So you just have a larger dating pool and you are more strict with your standards, but you're prepared to go into this dating pool and be strict because you have like a certain solid model of the man or the woman that would make you feel most productive out of life, that would make you feel happy to come home to that. You have a certain idea. So if it can't be the exact person that you got this idea from, you at least now have a template to go forward with. And all of this is helping you to manifest. You see these rays and stuff? This is like light beaming from you, that confidence beaming from you, but also the energy being attracted to you. And it's like open hands, come on in. So whoever it is, you're open to it. You're not shut off. When you have a lot of like trauma and healing to do, you be closed off. You don't want to talk to nobody. But like the healing is there. And on top of the healing, you loving yourself, you know what's going to be best for yourself, which is a component of loving yourself. So you have like a model or a template, a basis to work off of. And that's helping you to manifest quicker. Okay, so I hope this helps somebody or caught up that situation. Let me know in the comments which one of these people are you, if any of it applied, and I'll see you in the next.